sir.
Hey, blessed morning, Grateful Gab family. Welcome back to the Grateful Gab podcast. Y'all know what time it is. It's the Grateful Gab Sports Huddle, where you can catch my boy Frankie Fly and myself, Grateful Gab Dave, here on Saturdays. We will be reconvening on Thursdays here in the next couple of weeks as well, as the March Madness kickoffs after the NFL Combine comes to a close and the NFL Draft is on approach. But this morning slate we have, as y'all can hear, I'm outside with the natural birdies.
Mm-hmm.
We have the NCAA men's and women's top 25 rundown from Monday. Then we had the NCAA men's top 25 rundown from Monday through Sunday as well. We have NFL offseason news with Frankie Fly. Any combine updates? Probably like 40 times. Some of the most impressive people you've heard of with names and stuff like that. Then we're going to get into the XFL coverage. The NBA is back playing games. KD finally took the courts for the Suns. And then we're going to close it out speaking about MLB spring training and what we think about the pitch clock. But before we get into that, about to get directly into the daily verse. Daily verse for the day of March 4th, 2023. It rises from the book of Matthew, chapter 20, verse 28, and it states as follows. Even as the Son of Man came not to be ministered unto, but to minister, and to give his life a ransom for many. And again, it's from the book of Matthew, chapter 20, verse 28. And like I said, man, y'all know what it is. Just Sports Huddle. The NCAA women's, they are currently in their respective conference tournaments, to be able to see what places they're going to have during the NCAA March Madness women's tournament as well. But I'm about to get going with the recap. For Monday, February 27th, we had number 9 UConn hosting Xavier. UConn defeated Xavier 60-51. We had number 11 Villanova going up against Seton Hall. Seton Hall fell to Villanova 83-56. Then we had unranked Baylor defeat number 12 Texas 63-54. Moving on to Tuesday games, we had number 22 UNLV over Nevada. Kicking March off, we had number 19 UCLA going up against Arizona State in the Pac-12 tournament, the first round. UCLA defeated them 81-71. Then we had number 16 Oklahoma defeat Kansas State 90-86. We had number 25 South Florida defeat Cincinnati 85-55. And then we had unranked Kansas defeat number 23 Iowa State 98-93. Moving on to Thursday games, we have the Big Ten tournament round 2. We had number 17 Michigan going up against Penn State. Michigan defeated them 63-61. We had a top 25 ranked matchup in the Pac-12 tournament quarterfinal. We had number 9 UCLA going up against number 21 Arizona. UCLA defeated them 73-59. Then we had another quarterfinal matchup in the Pac-12 tournament. We had number 6 Stanford hosting unranked Oregon. Stanford defeated them 76-65. Then we had the ACC tournament second round. We had number 18 North Carolina hosting unranked Clemson. North Carolina defeated them 68-58. Then we had number 24 MTSU hosting North Texas. MTSU defeated them 72-54. Then we had an upset in the Pac-12 tournament quarterfinal. We had number 3 Utah hosting unranked Washington State. Unranked Washington State defeated number 3 Utah 66-58. Then we had number 20 Colorado, another tournament for the Pac-12 as well. Quarterfinal, we had Colorado hosting Oregon State, and Colorado defeated them 62-54. Moving on to last night games from the recap, we had the SEC tournament quarterfinal. We had number 1 South Carolina hosting Arkansas. South Carolina defeated them 93-66. We had the Big Ten tournament quarterfinal. Number 2 Indiana hosted Michigan State. Indiana defeated Michigan State 94-85. We had the ACC tournament quarterfinal. We had number 10 Notre Dame hosting unranked NC State. Notre Dame defeated them 66-60. We had a top 20 ranked matchup in the Big Ten quarterfinal. We had number 14 Ohio State hosting number 17 Michigan. Ohio State defeated Michigan 81-79. We had a quarterfinal matchup in the SEC tournament as well, with number 4 LSU hosting unranked Georgia. The Lady Dogs fell to LSU 83-66. Then we had another top 20 ranked matchup in the ACC. In the ACC tournament quarterfinal, we had a showdown. Number 18 North Carolina going up against number 13 Duke. Duke defeated North Carolina 44-40. Then we had another Big Ten tournament quarterfinal. We had number 7 Iowa hosting Purdue. Number 7 Iowa defeated Purdue 69-58. Then we had another ACC quarterfinal tournament. Number 8 Virginia Tech hosting unranked Miami. Virginia Tech defeated them 68-42. And then we had the last game of the night for Friday. Not the last game, the last 3 games, excuse me. We had number 5 Maryland hosting Illinois in the Big Ten tournament quarterfinal. Illinois fell to number 5 Maryland 73-58. Then we had another top 20 ranked matchup. We had number 19 UCLA going up against number 6 Stanford in the Pac-12 semifinal. Number 19 UCLA defeated number 6 Stanford 69-65. Then we had the Pac-12 tournament semifinal. Number 20 Colorado hosting unranked Washington State. Washington State defeated number 20 Colorado 61-49. Moving on to today's games, we have a lot of good matchup games you can all look forward to. Kicking it off on noon, we have number 9 UConn going up against Georgetown in a Big East quarterfinal. Then we have number 10 Notre Dame hosting Louisville in the ACC tournament semifinal. Then we have a top 15 ranked matchup. We have number 2 Indiana hosting number 14 Ohio State in the Big Ten semifinal tournament. Then we have an ACC showdown with number 8 Virginia Tech going up against number 13 Duke in the ACC tournament semifinal. Then we have number 16 Oklahoma going up against Oklahoma State. Then we have number 24 MTSU going up against UTEP. Then we have number 23 Iowa State going up against Texas Tech. We have the SEC tournament semifinal with number 1 South Carolina hosting Ole Miss. Then we have the Big Ten tournament semifinal with the clash of the top 10 ranked matchup teams. Number 5 Maryland going up against number 7 Iowa. So y'all can catch those games later on today on their respective networks. And then to round the week out with the NCAA Women's Top 25, we have number 19 UCLA hosting Washington State tomorrow for the Pac-12 tournament finale. So make sure y'all check that game out tomorrow on ESPN2 at 5 p.m. Moving on to the NCAA Men's Top 25 from this week. About to get directly into it. For Monday games, we had one ranked matchup. We had number 7 Baylor going up against unranked Oklahoma State. Baylor defeated them 74-68. Moving on to Tuesday games, we had a full slate. We had number 6 Marquette going up against Butler. Marquette defeated them 72-56. Then we had number 13 Virginia hosting Clemson. Virginia defeated Clemson 64-57. We had number 15 Indiana fall to unranked Iowa 90-68. We had number 3 Kansas hosting Texas Tech. Kansas defeated Texas Tech 67-63. We had number 12 Tennessee hosting Arkansas. Tennessee defeated them 75-57. We had unranked Boise State with an upset over number 18 San Diego State 66-60. And then we had number 24 Texas A&M defeat Ole Miss 69-61. Moving on to Wednesday games, we had a top 20 ranked matchup, pretty good game. Number 19 Xavier going up against number 20 Providence. Xavier defeated Providence 94-89. Then we had number 2 Alabama with the overtime thriller against unranked Auburn. Number 2 Alabama held them off 90-85. Excuse me. Then we had number 4 UConn hosting DePaul. UConn defeated them 88-59. We had an upset in Maryland with unranked Ohio State over number 21 Maryland. Ohio State defeated them 73-62. Then we had another upset in the SEC with unranked Vanderbilt going up against number 23 Kentucky. Vanderbilt defeated them 68-66. We had another upset with number 25 Pitt falling to unranked Notre Dame. Notre Dame defeated Pitt 88-81. We had number 11 Kansas State hosting Oklahoma. Kansas State defeated them 85-69. We had another top 25 ranked matchup. We had number 9 Texas fall to number 22 TCU. TCU defeated Texas 75-73. And the last game from Wednesday, we had number 10 Gonzaga hosting Chicago State. and Gonzaga dominated them 104-65. Moving on to Thursday games, we had number 1 Houston hosting Wichita State. Houston defeated Wichita State 83-66. We had number 4 UCLA dominate unranked Arizona State 79-61. We had number 5 Purdue going up against unranked Wisconsin. Purdue defeated them 63-61, excuse me. And then we had number 8 Arizona going up against USC, and Arizona defeated USC 87-81. Recap of last night's games. We had a lot of different tournament games, unranked matchups, and various brackets and in the NCAA regions. So moving on to today's games, we have quite a few, full slate, quite a few ranked matchups. We have kicking it off at noon on CBS. We have number 2 Alabama going up against number 24 Texas A&M. That's going to be a pretty good game. Then we have number 7 Baylor hosting Iowa State. Number 20 Providence hosting Seton Hall. Number 6 Marquette hosting St. John's. Number 11 Kansas State going up against West Virginia. Number 12 Tennessee going up against Auburn. Number 13 Virginia hosting Louisville. Number 23 Kentucky going up against Arkansas. Number 22 TCU going up against Oklahoma. We have a top 10 ranked matchup with number 3 Kansas going up against number 9 Texas on ESPN at 4 o'clock. That's going to be a good game as well. Then we have another top 25 ranked matchup with number 25 Pitt going up against number 16 Miami. Number 19 Xavier going up against Butler. Number 14 UConn going up against Villanova. Number 4 UCLA hosting number 8 Arizona. And number 18 San Diego State going up against Wyoming. Moving on to Sunday games, we have number 1 Houston going up against Memphis. That's going to be a pretty good game. We have number 21 Maryland going up against Penn State. That should be a pretty good game as well. Then we have number 5 Purdue going up against Illinois. And then we have number 15 Indiana hosting Michigan. So ladies and gentlemen, that is our NCAA men's and women's top 25 slate from Monday through Sunday from February 27th through March 5th of this week. So make sure y'all tune in. Do some great games this weekend. Now I'm going to move over to coverage and give Frankie Fly the reins and give us some NFL offseason news, some combine information, who names you've been hearing in the combine, and I'll take the ropes back and I'll cover the XFL, the NBA, and then we'll get into the spring training pitch clock information.
All right, so good morning, everybody. Just quick little recap of what's been happening at the combine. I haven't really been paying attention because I've been not allowed to have my phone on the floor while I'm at work. But nothing crazy going on. I do see here that a couple of stars from Maryland have been running under 440s. That one guy from what's his name? He ran from Georgia. He ran a 444.
His name is Roquan Smith.
Right.
That's a linebacker. Well, he really like a DN linebacker.
Yeah. Oh, you mean Nolan Smith?
Nolan Smith. That's it. Yeah.
Nolan Smith. Yeah. You said it sounded like you said Roquan.
No, I might have said Roquan, but I meant Nolan. Yeah. Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah, and then that's really it. That's all I've been seeing, and I do see here that another breaking news: the Jaguars expected to franchise tag Evan Ingram. Besides that, it's pretty much just been the fastest 4-yard. Oh no, something else. I'm sorry about that. I didn't really get a chance to prepare this week. And the Falcons have released Marcus Mariota. Not surprised. The Commanders released Carson Wentz. Again, not surprised. Yeah, just pretty much been a steady off season. Nothing major's been going on. Just everybody preparing for the off season. I mean, the off season has begun. I'm sorry. Just combine stuff, a lot of combine activities. Like I said, I do apologize to the fans and listeners. I haven't really had a chance to prepare because, like I said, I'm not allowed to have my phone on the sales floor, so I'm a little behind. But that's pretty much all I got. Yeah, that's all I got for today.
Nice. Yeah, the Eagles hired a new head coach. The Eagles hired a new defensive coordinator. His name is Desi. Let me see his name. Hold on. His name is Sean Desai. His name is Sean Desai. He was the Giants, not the Giants. He was the Eagles, not the Eagles. He's currently the Eagles defensive coordinator, but he was the Bears defensive coordinator. And we picked him up this offseason, so I'm excited to be able to see what he has. And then we promoted our offensive coordinator Brian Johnson. We promoted our quarterback Brian Johnson to our offensive coordinator. So I'm looking forward to see the free agent market open up. I think it's on the 13th or on the 14th, one of those days, or I think
Yeah,
it's coming up this week actually. This
yeah,
week
I
coming
think
up.
so. Like the 7th or
Yeah,
something.
the 7th, I believe. Yeah, and then so the market will open up, and then we'll get to see who's ready and what we working with. So I'm looking forward to. I'm excited.
Yes,
And I'm
sir.
excited to see who we continue to keep on our team, who we add to our team, and let's just get prepared for the draft, and then on to the mini camps and the off seasons and everything else that comes with it. So I'm truly excited about about the future of the NFL and currently where it stands, and I look forward to it. So, excuse me. Alrighty. Transitioning over to the XFL. XFL season is kicking off pretty good. Going to give you a recap of this week. We have a few games this week. We have a game later on today at 7 p.m. on FX or ESPN Plus. We have the Sea Dragons going up against the Vipers. This should be a pretty good game. Both of these teams are defeated. They have an 0-2 record. So we're going to see what team of these two teams are going to get their first W. Then it's going to be another great game tomorrow. It's Sunday on March 5th at 1 p.m. on FX. We have two undefeated teams. We have the Battlehawks versus the Defenders. Then we have the Guardians going up against the Renegades. Okay, Zuri. Good. Go ahead. Then we have the Guardians going up against the Renegades. And then to end it out tomorrow night, we have the Brahms going up against the Roughnecks on ESPN2 at 8 p.m. And that's going to be a pretty good game as well. So, again, man, make sure you get into the XFL. Make sure you follow some teams you might think you like, things of that nature. It's definitely different, but I appreciate the XFL just because it gives us this gap of entertainment through football, while we, for the ones who love the NFL,
Exactly.
are still being able to, view the combine, get prepared for the free agency all season and the NFL. Then we get the draft, and during that whole time, we get an XFL coverage, great football games, and then around that time when the OTAs and at the end of April, beginning of May starts, we're going to have the semifinals for the XFL, and then the championship series starts from May 7th through May 13th. So when we get to the May time frame, June is there. That's when mini camp starts, and then rookie camps, and then as you know, you're in OTAs, and then training camp, and then we in September. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be dope, man. I just love it. I appreciate the day. Definitely appreciate God for today. It's a blessing to have today, to be able to be in a moment, to be able to even come here and speak about these things. So I love it. I appreciate God, and yeah, man, let's just continue to find something you're passionate in, and just make the best of it. And of course,
Yes,
be
sir.
passionate and having a relationship with God, because there's no better relationship you could ever have than having a personal relationship with God. So,
Amen.
um, moving on to the NBA from this week. From last night games, we had the Hawks defeat the Blazers 129-111. We had the Magic over the Hornets 117-106. We had the Nets come back down 28 against the Celtics 115-105. We had the Knicks over the Heat 122-120. We had the Suns over the Bulls 125-104. We had the Thunder hosting the Jazz. The Thunder defeated the Jazz 130-103. We had the Nuggets over the Grizzlies 113-97. We had the Warriors over the Pelicans 108-99. We had a thriller in LA in Sacramento with the Kings versus the Clippers 128-127. And then we had the Timberwolves defeat the Lakers 110-102. Alrighty, so as I spoke on earlier about the new pitch clock for MLB, I know that was something that Frankie Fly wanted to be able to speak on and tap on. So what is your opinions on it? What do you feel? What do you feel
So
that's it?
I remember we spoke on it sometime last week. I do like the idea of it. It allows the game to move faster, and it gives like the fans something to look forward to, because it's kind of like a shot clock, or like a time clock on like football. So I think it was about time that baseball actually added something like that to compete with everybody else. Um, so I think it's a good idea. It gives them more strategy, because like they can wait till the last second, or they can throw it out on the first hit. So that means not only does your pitcher have to be ready, the at bat has to be ready. Everybody else has to be ready because that makes your reaction time have to be a whole lot faster than what it was because you're not just out there, letting the pitcher get settled and then everybody else gets ready. It's like you gotta constantly be in motion. So I like it.
I like it too. Like you said, it's definitely a mental factor for
Yeah.
both sides. Like you said, the pitcher, the hitter. Just be able to just to have a time to get refocused, and I think it speeds up the game as well.
Yeah.
Especially like when you go to extra innings and things of that nature. I think the clock, it definitely plays a huge factor. So I'm enjoying it, man. I'm looking forward to the MLB season kicking off in the next couple months here. And I'm just looking forward to it, man. Like I said, spring training is going now. The Braves are looking pretty good right now. We're acquiring new pieces. We're getting rid of pieces, but we're coming together, and I'm looking forward to it. We're getting a lot of players back healthy for a full season. So hopefully, health can play a big part in our run this year for the better. So looking forward to it. But make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe on all major podcast platforms. Check me out on my YouTube channel. Like, comment, subscribe there. I do have some new videos being edited now. They will be going up for upload here shortly over the next couple of days. I know I've been screaming that probably for like last week here on my podcast, but I'm only one person, and I am still working to build a team. To be able to help me out with these certain things, but I'm just controlling what I can be able to control in the time that I have, and I appreciate y'all being patient. So we love y'all. Again, Frankie Flizzle, appreciate you, man, for tuning in and being a part of the show this morning.
Love you,
brother.
Yeah, you too, bro.
Again, man, my brother is any day now, next couple of weeks, they'll be expecting their princess, and I'm definitely looking forward to y'all, having y'all receive that blessing in y'all life and that addition, and it's gonna be great, man. I love it. I know she's gonna be beautiful and healthy, and I know Maya's tired of being pregnant, so she's like, "Come on." So yeah. All right, brother.
But before you roll out, not only is it my time, you know what I mean, but somebody birthday coming up in about 10 days, so I remember correctly, you know what I mean. So don't just shout me out, shout yourself out, you know what I mean. Your day is coming, we're gonna celebrate you while you're still here, you know what I mean.
Well, I appreciate that, but today is today, man. Just like when I do get that day, it's gonna be today, and every day is a blessing, man. So
facts.
I'm looking forward to it, though. Year 28 is gonna be cool. But I'm here now. My last couple of days of my year 27, and it's still a blessing, man. It's great. I get to be able to see growth in life today, and that's what it's about. So, man, you got to be able to, have each day to grow, and it's a blessing, man. So, I appreciate that shout out too, man, and to your sister as well. We Pisces gang, we share the same birthday, so. You know what I mean? It's a blessing, brother. But we're going to see y'all. Like I said, the next coming weeks here, Frankie going to let me know when he'll be available for Thursdays again. But, we'll definitely bring that back up when it's time. But until next time, y'all be blessed. We love y'all. We're going to see y'all around. Peace.
Yes, sir.